Okay, so here's the thing we're not considering.
Okay.
We're always like, Selena can't be the best assassin. What if all the other assassins legitimately suck?
We're back for chapter 50. We'll see how it goes. The last 2 chapters, well, you heard them. Except you probably didn't. So, in summary, the last 2 chapters had us going, about this book. Chapter 50. She knew the shift had happened because it hurt like hell. A flash of blinding pain as her features ripped free of the hold that hid them. The demon lunged, and she plummeted into the well of power that was suddenly overflowing inside of her. Magic, savage and unforgiving, erupted out of her, punching into the creature and sending it flying. Okay, so yeah, the flames didn't cause it, which was something I was irked about in the last chapter. Flames, years ago, her power had always manifested as some form of fire. So, like, before magic was obliterated 10 years ago?
Like
so when you were a baby?
8.
A baby?
A baby. Yeah, babies still have magic.
A baby fae? She could smell everything, see everything. Her eyes became like bugs bulging from her head so she could see everything.
Oh!
No wonder it hurt like hell. Them compound eyes are serious work to build.
She also had to push an eye out of the back of her head, too.
See everything. Her heightened senses pulled her attention every which way, telling her that this world was wrong and she needed to get out now. I don't know, if her attention is being pulled every which way, I feel like that would be very ineffective. Like, I need her incapacitated by this change.
It'd be detrimental, Bloodfin.
But that'd be detrimental, so no, it's not going to happen. But she wouldn't get out, not until Kale and Fleetfoot made it to safety. The creature stopped rolling on its feet in an instant, and Selena put herself between it and Kale. The demon sniffed at her, sinking onto its haunches. She lifted Damaris and bellowed her challenge. Show me your face. From far off in the mist, roars answered. One of them came from the thing in front of her. One of them came from the thing in front of her. I know, well, like, it's answering bellows. But then it seems really weird to say one of them came from the thing in front of her.
Yeah.
Like, you could have started the paragraph, because it was a new paragraph, with the thing in front of her roared in response, and then you could say, out in the mist, others answered.
Yeah, bolstered by the others.
Yeah, something along those lines. This was clunky. She looked at Kale, still crouched over Fleetfoot, and bared her teeth, canines glistening in the gray light. Shouldn't all your teeth be glistening? Don't you have saliva in your mouth?
Only on the canines.
Only on the canines? Is it poison?
Yes.
Whoa. I'm sure
I will be watching
really
a cat video while we read this, just so you know.
That's really rude.
I won't. I'll stop it. I'll just lay here and suffer.
Kale was staring up at her. She could smell his terror and his awe and
his terror.
His embarrassed heart-on.
His terror. Oh, he peed himself.
He peed himself. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit before the heart-on came on. That stopped it dead in its tracks.
Okay. She could smell his terror and his awe, smell his blood, so human and ordinary.
Man, she's so mean to him. Excuse me, he just ran into an alternate universe to save your dumb dog. That is beyond ordinary, Selena. Yeah. That is not ordinary behavior.
Also, how much human blood has she been smelling to distinguish between ordinary and extraordinary?
She doesn't actually have to know things by compelling them.
She just automatically knows. She just knows. Fae.
She smells, and her little olfactory nerves are like, ordinary.
Ordinary.
No, that's why there aren't as many fae as there used to be. Someone ordinary shows up and they are just astronomically turned on. They're like, you know what? I'm not even attracted to fae men anymore. This human.
This one. The magic welled up more and more and more, uncontrollable and ancient and burning. "Run!" she snarled, more a plea than a command, because the magic was a living thing and it wanted out. She was just as likely to hurt him as she was to hurt the creature, because that portal might close at any moment and seal them here forever. Because
the portal might close.
Yeah, but it says it wanted out, and she'd just as likely hurt him as hurt the creatures, period.
Oh.
Because that portal might close at any moment and seal them here forever. It doesn't quite follow. You already gave me a reason for why you'll hurt him, because this magic wants out and you can't control it. And then starting with the because doesn't make sense.
Because is not an answer. Why did you do this? Because
I'm a fool. She didn't wait to see what Kael did. The creature rushed for her, a blur of withered white flesh. She ran toward it, flinging her immortal power like a phantom punch. She's really good at this. It shot out in a blue burst of wildfire, but the creature dodged it, and the next blow, and the next. Selena swung to Mars, and the creature ducked before jumping back a few paces. The roars in the distance were getting closer. Crunching rocks sounded behind her, and she knew Kael was making for the portal. How do you know that, Selena? Is it because you can see behind you?
Yeah, it's because she sees everything. Go.
The demon began pacing, then the crunching stopped. That meant Kael was in the passageway again, or he stopped moving. He must have carried Fleetfoot with him. He was safe. Safe.
Yeah.
This thing was too smart, too fast, and too strong, despite its gangly limbs. And if others were coming, if more got through the portal before it closed, ellipsis.
Man, you said more got through the portal, and my brain was
Morgoth.
Oh yeah, I was like, Morgoth?
Morgoth? Through the portal?
No. I thought of that, but I also said, who's Morgoth?
Who's Morgoth? Morgoth through the portal? Are these the doors of night? I'm really underwhelmed. No wonder Morgoth wants out. The thing was too smart, that's right. If others came through, her magic was building again, the spring deeper now. Selena gauged the distance between them as she backed toward the portal. She had little control over the power, but she did have a sword, a sacred sword made by the Fae, capable of withstanding magic. A conduit.
A conduit. Oh!
Not giving herself time to think it through. Okay, look, here's what I will say. Because other people in the book club said, they don't necessarily read this to, pay attention to, all the details. If I wasn't paying attention to the details and already irked by this book, I could maybe get into this scene. But I'm paying attention to the details, and I'm irked with this book, so I'm not. I definitely see how if you're casually enjoying...
Especially if you like doing something else while you're doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know, I'll listen to books I like, and if I'm doing something else, I'll be like, whoa, I am not really paying attention, so... I'm sure other people can have the exact same experience with this book.
Not giving herself time to think it through, she threw all of her raw power into the golden sword. It exploded.
Golden sword? That's the worst kind. Haven't you ever played Minecraft, Selena?
Haven't you ever played... It's magic, though. Isn't gold good for magic?
No, that's lapis.
Oh, what is gold for? Nobody knows.
I mean, it's I think the shop or whatever, but they have a terrible durability, so they break. You can enchant them fully, and they still kind of suck with durability.
Dang. Can you give them an enchantment of unbreaking? That's not how unbreaking enchantments work.
Unbreaking just increases the durability.
Oh.
So you can give it unbreaking 4, and it will still break pretty quickly.
Well, you gotta do something with all that gold you mined.
Yeah.
Anyways.
You gotta do something with all the gold you got from decimating the piglin population, so...
Okay, so she's channeled it into the golden sword. Its blade glowed red hot. Then it dripped onto the ground. Melted.
She held the handle. This sword is empty.
This sword empty. This sword empty.
Threw it at his head and ran straight through the portal.
Its edges crackling with lightning. Oh my gosh. red hot lightning. It's just like so much. It is so much.
Maas, this is book 2. Save this so much.
Save Brisingr till book 3, okay?
Yeah, at least.
End of book 3. No, wait, is end of book 2. Is end of book 2 when he makes Brisingr?
I think it is.
Yeah.
Because because we get the 2
No, because Murtaugh takes the sword.
He takes the sword, and then he has to go back to Duvango God, well, whatever it's called.
I am shocked that you had that name right on your tongue. Even if it wasn't called that, you were confident.
Duvango Gata?
Something like that. Oh my gosh.
Duvango Gata. Anyway.
Well, don't try again. First time was perfect. No
anyway.
Takes. The creature tensed as if sensing what she was about to do as she lifted the sword over her head. With a battle cry that shattered through the mist, Selena plunged Damaris into the earth. The ground cracked toward the demon, a burning web of lines and fissures, and then the ground between them began to collapse foot by foot until the creature was sprinting away. Soon there was just a small lip of land surrounding Selena, backed by the open portal and an ever-growing chasm before her. She just obliterated this demon realm.
She obliterated the demon realm.
Ecologists need to be
wait, hold on. I was texting my grandma, so I didn't hear that last bit.
Grandma more riveting than this book.
I love Grandma. Shall we say we go down at 2?
Sure. Half an hour? We can finish this chapter. It's not supposed to be a long one.
It's short.
And,
okay, so go back so I can hear what did it do. I heard that the last thing I remember was talking about inheritance.
Oh my goodness, the creature tensed as if sensing that what she was about to do as she lifted the sword over her head. With a battle, maybe it didn't know what you were about to do, it just saw you lifting a weapon. Did you consider that? And also channeling magic, and it was like, oh crap, something's happening.
Uh-oh.
With a battle cry that shattered through the mist, Selena plunged Damaris into the earth. The ground cracked toward the demon, a burning web of lines and fissures. And then the ground between them began to collapse, foot by foot. So, how deep was the crust? What are we collapsing into? You know? Soon there was just a small lip of land surrounding Selena, backed by the open portal and an ever-growing chasm before her. She wrenched Damaris from the broken earth. She knew she had to get out. Now! But before she could move, before she could get to the portal, the magic rippled so violently that she sagged to her knees. Pain flashed, and she shifted back into her clumsy, frail, mortal body. So what made her shift? Just because, she had a bunch of magic, she ran out of magic, so now she's stuck back in the...
Man, you can't even stay a fae?
Well, I was...
Lame!
I was already assuming she would be back to being human form when she goes back to Otterland, because, there's no magic there, supposedly. And it was definitely said how the Fae got stuck in their human forms or whatever. They got stuck in one form, yeah.
Oh, I totally don't remember that.
Yeah. Anyway, so now she's back to her frail, clumsy, mortal body. Because, heaven forbid, our mortal bodies ever be considered anything other than clumsy and frail.
Have you considered that the mortal body is beautiful and powerful? And
have you considered that humans are space orcs?
Yeah, well, I think humans are space orcs, only it's just a fantasy and they're on the planet.
Yeah.
Humans are earth orcs.
Yeah. And then there were strong hands under her shoulders, hands she knew so well, dragging her back through the portal and into Aurelia, where her magic was snuffed out like a candle.
Oh, boo-hoo.
Dorian came to just in time to see Kaal hauling Selena back through the portal.
Convenient.
She was conscious, but a dead weight in the captain's arms as he dragged her across the ground. Once they were over the border, he dropped her as though she were made of flame, and Selena lay panting on the stones. What had happened? There had been a land of rock beyond the portal, and now, now there was nothing but a small ledge and a massive crater. The pale creature was gone. Selena pushed herself up on her elbows, her limbs wobbling. Dorian's head ached, but he managed to walk to them. He'd been dragging her one moment, and then... Then she'd knocked him out. Why?
Because she can't.
Close it.
Because.
Kale was saying to her, his face so white that the blood splattered on it stood out even more starkly. Close it! I can't, Selena breathed. Dorian gripped the wall to keep himself from falling to his knees from the ache in his head. Clearly, that's the reason he's here, is to close it, because he has magic.
Mm.
He made it to where they were positioned in front of the portal, Fleetfoot nuzzling Selena. They're going to keep coming through, Kale panted. Something was wrong, Dorian realized. Something was wrong between them. Kale wasn't touching her, wasn't helping her. Beyond the crater inside the portal, the roaring was growing louder. No doubt those things would find some way to get through. Can they jump really far?
Yeah.
Do they have bridges?
Yeah.
That first one just ran away because it was like...
Said, I'm
holding the battle here? Nah.
That one ran away because it's like, I'm literally minimum wage. Excuse me, I've just gone to another dimension. May I go home? And the leader was like, of course.
Of course.
Anyone else? No, we're good. I've been turned into a cow. May I go home? You're excused.
I'm drained. I don't have enough left to close this gate. Selena winced, then lifted her eyes to Dorian. But you do. From the corner of her eye, Selena saw Kale whirl to face Dorian. She staggered to her feet. Fleetfoot again. Oh my gosh, Fleetfoot. Fleetfoot, you could do so much better. Fleetfoot had again put herself between Kale and the portal, snarling softly, once again forgotten about her injured leg that made it so she couldn't run.
She's a MacGuffin.
She's a MacGuffin. A MacGuffin? A MacGuffin?
MacGuffin.
She's a comeuppance. Help me, she whispered to the prince, some semblance of energy returning. Dorian didn't look at Kale. He stepped forward. What must I do? I need your blood. The rest I can do, because apparently it's only magic in the blood that you need. The rest of it you don't need magic for. Yep. It's just the magic blood.
Yep.
Which raises the potential of magic people being,
milked.
Kept for their blood.
Yeah.
We just need... Okay, actually, that would be really cool. I doubt this would ever actually come up in this book, but I need blood-based magic where the people with magical blood can't necessarily do magic. We just need their blood for the magic rituals and such. Wouldn't that be fun? It
can be as suspicious as like buying breast milk online. Like you're never quite sure like buying blood online.
Oh, okay.
And then people are like, well, I have magic blood, my breast milk should be fine because it's just filtered magic blood. But people are like, you filtered the magic straight out of it.
No, this is definitely a strange crossover with Fablehaven with the magic milk.
Mundane milk. Mundane milk. Okay, how much left? I need to get my laundry going for my cousin.
2 pages.
Okay, I'm sure nothing important will happen. I'll be fast.
Oh!
Read.
All right, I'll just continue. Don't worry, I will keep y'all entertained with my riveting commentary. I need your blood. The rest I can do. At least, I hope I can, because remember, Selena has no idea what she can and cannot do. Also, she drained all her power, supposedly. Kale started to object, and Selena gave him a faint, bitter smile. Don't worry, only a cut on the arm. As opposed to a cut across the throat, which would supply ample blood but use up all of that magic potential too fast. Sheathing his sword, Dorian rolled up the sleeve of his shirt and drew a dagger. So did he grab that dagger when he left his room? Or, did he just always have this little dagger strapped to his arm? Because I imagine it's got to be a fairly small dagger if your idea is that it will remain unseen under your shirt sleeve. Just saying. Also, you can cut your hand on a sword. Don't worry about it. It's fine. And drew a dagger. Blood welled from the... Oh, that's drew a dagger? Do you mean drew a dagger across his arm? Sheathing his sword, Dorian rolled up the sleeve of his shirt and drew a dagger. And then we just totally skip to blood welled from the cut, quick and bright. Well, at least someone's not cutting themselves on their palm. At least, Selene only cuts her own palm. Kale growled. How did you learn to open a portal? I found a book, she said. It was the truth. Yeah, we know it's the truth. You don't need to say it was the truth. I wanted to speak to Nehemia.
What about Nehemia?
If only you'd been here, you could know.
Okay, give me the rundown. What happened?
The rundown was... Selena said, I need your blood. Just a cut. And Dorian was like, straight up, girlie, let me put my sword away. Let me draw out this dagger. Now there's suddenly blood going down my arm because I drew my dagger. It didn't say he drew his dagger across his arm. It just says he put away his sword, rolled up his sleeve, and drew a dagger. And then blood rolled down from the cut. Who knows where he cut himself?
God damn.
Yeah.
How about you take...
And then she said, I learned how to do this from a book. She said, it was the truth. Like, yeah, duh, we know it was the truth. You don't need to say it was the truth. Silence fell. M-dash, pitying, horrifying silence. I don't think that's what it was, Selena.
Pitying?
Pitying, when she said, I wanted to speak to Nehemia.
Did she close it?
No, not yet. They're just chatting.
Oh, of course.
Chit-chatting. But then she added, M-dash, I think I accidentally changed a symbol. She pointed at the word mark she'd smeared. Oh, so this isn't where Nehemia was. She smeared it, it changed the word mark, it went to a totally different demon realm. That is some Buffy the Vampire level, Buffy the Vampire Slayer level magic portal shenanigans. That is definitely something that would happen in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. You'd have Willow make like a summoning circle or something, and then she'd like talk to someone, and then she'd like be really upset and like run away. But as she runs away, she'd like kick a candle or something. It would change what the summoning circle was doing, and you'd get a monster. She pointed at the word mark she'd smeared, at the one that had rearranged itself. It went to the wrong place, but this might close the door, M-dash, if we're lucky. What she didn't tell them was that there was a good chance it wouldn't work, but because there were no other books in her rooms, and because Archer had taken The Walking Dead with him, all she had left was the sealing spell she'd used on the door in the library. Oh my gosh, yeah, why would that work on this? This is a magical portal. This is not like a physical object to be bound shut. Oh my goodness. If this works, I'm gonna be peeved. I'm like, I don't think magic should work like that. That does not make sense. Someone has not thought about their magic, I think. How the magic works in their universe. Because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. She used on the door in the library, and there was no way, M-dash, no way in hell, M-dash, she was going to abandon this open portal or leave one of them to guard it. The portal would eventually close on its own. How do you know that? It's a different portal now, Selena. You don't know a single thing.
No, she knows. Why? Because she does.
Because she does.
Don't worry about
She's
it.
not Fae anymore. She's gone back to her lame human form, her weak, feeble, mortal form.
Don't worry about it. She knows.
The portal would eventually close on its own, but she didn't know when. More of those things could creep through at any time, so she'd try this. Because it was her only option. She'd figure out something else if it didn't work. It will work, she told herself. Dorian put a warm, reassuring hand on her back as she dipped her fingers in his blood, sensually. She hadn't realized how freezing her hands were until the heat of his blood warmed her fingers.
Maybe he has hot blood.
That's a lot of blood for it to warm your fingers.
He has hot blood.
Yeah. Warmed her fingers tips. One by one, she drew the sealing marks over the green glowing symbols. Dorian never let go of her.
Silver marks?
Only the sealing marks.
Oh.
Only stepping ever closer when she swayed. Kale said nothing. Turns out Kale actually has a limit to what he finds sexy. Once you are hitting that uncanny valley, he's out. He's noping.
He's like, listen, I like it when the wounds are healed and scarred, not when I feel kind of woozy. No, he's just getting interdimensional. He's having some interdimensional jet lag.
Yeah. Her knees buckled, but she finished covering the symbol with Dorian's blood. A lingering roar echoed through the damned world as the final symbol flared, the mist and rock and ravine fading into black, then into familiar stone. Why did this work? Why did this work? You just got these really generic, super powerful spells that, like, you can do just by, like, spelling out the word marks with magical blood.
It worked!
Oh my goodness.
She's our queen! She's our queen! She's amazing!
Selena kept her breathing steady, throwing all her focus into that. If she could keep breathing, she wouldn't fall apart. Dorian lowered his arm and loosed a sigh, finally letting go of her. Let's go, Cal ordered, scooping up Fleetfoot, who whined in pain and gave him a warning growl. It's always a warning growl when this dog can be more than warned.
All warning, no action.
I think we all need a drink, Dorian said quietly, and an explanation. And the dog needs a vet, but there are no vets at this time, so let's see what they do with the dog. Let's see how Maas handles that.
What do they do with the damn dog?
But Selena looked down the hall to the stairwell where Archer had fled. Had it only been minutes ago? It had felt like a lifetime. Me too, sister. Me too. But if it had been only minutes, ellipsis, her breathing stumbled. She had discovered only one way out of the castle, and she was certain that was where Archer had gone. It's not like she, explored every way, though, did she?
I doubt it.
After what he'd done to Nehemia, after taking the book and abandoning them to the creature, ellipsis, exhaustion was replaced by familiar anger. Anger that burned through everything, just as Archer had destroyed what she loved.
I know, you know what, I'll allow to say, if exhaustion was replaced by anger, I'll allow that. If she's like, I'm gonna go get him, 1 step, 2 step, 3 step collapse.
No.
I mean, naturally, that's not what's going to happen. No?
Also, anger that burned through everything just as Archer had destroyed what she loved. So, is the anger destroying everything that you love? Just he destroyed everything that you love? I'm confused.
It's hard to say.
Chaos stepped into her path. Don't you even think, panting, she sheathed Damaris. He's mine.
Sheathed him in him.
Whoa. She sheathed Damaris in Chaos?
Oh yeah, she's like, I fucking had it. You dead.
Out of my way.
I
regret the will. It's null and void now.
Fuck the will.
Probate court.
I'll prevent you from getting the will by killing you first.
Before Kael could grab her, she hurtled down the stairs.
Down, 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 down. Have you finished the chapter?
That was the end of the chapter.
Yippee!
That was plenty long. Each chapter I read, I go...
I said it wasn't that long.
I know. Are you reading another one?
Yeah, well, not right now. We have to go to Grandma.
Okay, great.
Look how short this one is. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Nice.
The next one is plenty long. So I figured we probably want to read this one today.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, takeaways from this chapter. Once again, we've got some confusing stuff going on. Where, we got this weird blood magic. Apparently her magic got exhausted, so all she needs is Dorian's blood, but then she can do all the rest herself. So clearly, this is blood magic going on. Magical blood. I don't think Maas will explore that to its greatest potential that I have envisioned for it. Again, Fleetfoot, little more than a prop. Yeah, she was involved a bit more in this chapter, but you know what she does? She protects Selena. She gets in the way and protects Selena, and she growls and barks and warning. That's about it. Look, unless, I don't think Fleetfoot should have just growled at Kael if she's objecting to be picked up because it caused pain. It's not like she actually does that much with Kael. I think she should bite him. Bite him! You're a dog in pain! It feels like he's attacking you because he's causing more pain. Come on. Dogs bite.
Dogs bite.
That's my takeaway.
Dogs bite and then you die.
And then you die because rabies.
And then they die because... Yeah. I'm so ready for. Well, listen, ladies and gents and people unknown in the comments. We are so close to being done. I'm so ready for it. We're going to read one more chapter today after we go visit our grandma. And I'm looking forward to it. Only in the sense that we'll be one chapter closer to completion.
3 pages closer.
Also, the way the Fae are just doesn't do it for me. Like, what are Fae? They're just people with pointy teeth and pointy ears. That's
like
all they look.
OP,
but they're super
and, like,
powerful.
Not nearly so fragile and mortal.
That's just not doing it for me. Like, that's so lame. Like, if you're gonna do all this Fae stuff, make them freaky, okay? Put your money where your mouth is.
Put your money where your mouth is.
Put a Fae in both our houses. Anyway, good luck. Good luck. We need the luck.